Great day, great day. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal Sunday. This is Karen McFarley. I just wanted to come on to say, get out your way. So many people want so many amazing things for themselves, right? And I think that's everybody, right? But I believe that a lot of reasons why we don't necessarily get those things or get closer to those things is because we be in our own way. We be in our own way and we don't know how to get out of our way, right? And a lot of that, for some people anyway, it could be them comparing themselves to other people. It could be them having imposter syndrome, which basically means that they may be doing great things, but they don't know how to even edify or celebrate themselves. And a lot of people deal with that, right? But it's really important, especially in this season, this time, we only got 4 months left at the end of the year, for you to get out of your own way, right? It is detrimental that you get out your own way, right? So what does that mean? If you have any goals, dreams, aspirations, visions, things that you've been holding back on and haven't really been tackling because of this, that, and the third reason, because life happens to us all, no judgment, right? But it's really important to identify these things and get out of your own way, all right? And getting out of your own way is uncomfortable. I'm gonna tell you, it's uncomfortable. But in uncomfortability, there becomes stretching, right? For people who are in sports, people who have done sports, people who work out, right? We know to really build that muscle memory, we have to continuously work those muscles, even if it is uncomfortable for us, right? And so I really encourage you all to get out of your own dang on way, okay? And really go after those dreams and aspirations that you've been wanting to, and just know that there's really no reason for you not to, right? I know for me, at one point, I felt like, well, damn, I have the money to do it, or I don't have the help to do it, or, I got this, that, and the third going on, I won't be able to do it. But once I began to get out of my own dang on way, the floodgates have been opened up, right? And that's just how God works. That's how the universe works, right? So it's really, really important that you are in a situation in your life where you kind of feel stuck. You need to do some self-assessing, and that's a problem with a lot of people. They don't want to do the self-assessment on themselves to see what they may need to change in their life, right? I know a lot of people go with the flow, but going with the flow can be kind of detrimental, especially if you're a person that lives in purpose, if you're a person who identifies your purpose, right? And if you haven't identified your purpose, that's okay. I encourage you to go to erinmcfarley.com and I can be able to help you with that, right? But it's really important to identify that so that way you can get out of your own way, okay? Because a lot of us have got in our own way, and sometimes you get in your own way, not sometimes, most of the time, what that does is that doesn't really allow you to live in the fulfillment of why you were brought here. I was talking to a gentleman a couple of days ago, I think, I don't know, and I was just telling him sometimes you can be doing some really, really good things that can be bad for you. What does that mean? So let's just say you're a teacher, right? And you're teaching students, which is good, right? You're teaching kids. But what if your life purpose was to speak on stages across the world, right? So that's a person who's doing something good, but doing something that's detrimental to their purpose, right? And so that's when you got to be able to identify and get out your own way, right? And so I just encourage anyone that's watching this to feel free to share it for sure. But just to know you got to get out your own way. Like there's no reason your life should look the way that it looks today next year. It should be better, right? And I think that we've been conditioned to think that doing the same things are always good, right? It's like I've been doing the same thing for speaking for years, but I've grown in these years because I've identified areas that I need to grow in, right? So I could get out my own way, right? And so just know that it's okay to get out your own way. My first book is me getting out of my own way. I wrote about my postpartum depression. I wrote about my anxiety and all the things that I had dealt with. And it was actually embarrassing for me. So I didn't want to talk about it. But I had to identify, and God had to bring me that I had to get out my own way to be able to help other people, right? And when you get out of your own way, that means you are no longer living in the space of ego. See, our ego can keep us back so much, so much. Our ego can keep us back more than you actually think, right? So I do encourage you guys to just get out your own way, really live life on purpose. Like life is happening to us all. Hey, Queen. Life is happening to us all. It's not easy out here. No one has it together. Like I always say that because we live in a world where people think that, oh, they got it together. No, it's people who may have things that they may have been they're a couple steps ahead of you, right? But that's okay. That's not a bad thing, right? You can learn from these people and vice versa. If you're a person you're a couple steps ahead of other people, go back and reach out and mentor these people so you can help them, right? But get out of your own way of thinking that you don't have a purpose. Get out of your own way of thinking that you got time. Woo child. So you don't have the time, right? So anyway, I hope this really touches someone, and just know that just get out your own way to make a way, right? And to tap more into your purpose. Also, before I go, make sure you guys check out www.erinmcfarley.com. Go ahead and purchase a course. Go ahead and purchase a session with me, right? You don't want to miss that. And you don't want to miss the opportunity to continue to grow within yourself and your personal development and who you are as an individual, right? So definitely do that. If you're looking to write a book, I have a replay of my webinar online right now for just $55. It's going up back to $85 at the end of this month. So if you're someone who has been procrastinating and you've been in your own way about writing your book, you need to go ahead and go to my link in my bio or go to the links down here at www.erinmcfarley.com. That special ends on the 31st. So if you've been talking about writing a book for years, umpteen years, and you've been in your own dang on way, it's a sign, sis. It's a sign, bro. It's time to write that book, right? And guys, gotta know that even when you write a book, it's not necessarily about writing your story, right? A person can write a book who's a subject matter expert in taxes, or you're a subject matter expert in healing, right? You're a subject matter expert in opening businesses, whatever the case may be. You don't necessarily have to write like a memoir or diary or anything of that nature, right? So if you're an expert in real estate, right? You can be able to write books to help other real estate agents, right? So any and everyone has a book in them, but it's completely up to you. So guys, you don't want to miss that special. It ends on August the 31st. The replay is just $55 right now. That whole class is like a $300 class, right? So you're actually getting it for like pennies on the dollar. Don't play with yourself. Don't play with your gifts. Tap into your purpose and get out your way. Bye.